Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen and enjoy my stories every day. I watch her pack with a casual detachment, my mind elsewhere, absorbed in the drone of everyday life. Emily stands at the foot of our bed, shoving clothes into a suitcase, her movements brisk and deliberate. "I'll be gone all weekend, love. Mom needs me to help with some things," she says, her back turned to me, the soft lilt of her voice failing to mask an underlying tension. I nod, not fully convinced but not willing to probe. "Right, sure. Just be safe, okay?" I manage a smile, trying to shake off the unease gnawing at me. As she heads for the door, she pauses, glancing back at me. "I'll miss you," she says, but her eyes dart away, betraying an anxiety that makes my stomach twist. "Yeah, I'll miss you too," I reply, forcing my voice to sound upbeat. I don't know why, but the moment she walks out, I feel a chill run down my spine, as if the air in the room thickens with a silent foreboding. 2 days later, I wake up to a nagging feeling. The silence is deafening, the house feels empty without her. I grab my phone, scrolling through the usual social media posts, when I come across a picture that sends my heart racing. There, on my cousin Jake's profile, is a photo of Emily. She's laughing, sun-kissed and carefree, with a cocktail in hand, clearly enjoying a day at a resort. My heart drops. I stare at the screen, confusion and anger battling for dominance. Why didn't she tell me she was going with Jake? My cousin, of all people. I can feel my pulse quicken as I replay the last few days in my mind. Did I miss something? Was there a sign I overlooked? I grab my keys and storm out the door, my hands shaking as I drive. I need answers, and I need them now. As I pull into the resort parking lot, I spot their car. It's the same one Emily drives, a small blue hatchback that I helped her pick out. I feel a sickening knot in my stomach as I make my way toward the entrance. I force myself to take deep breaths, reminding myself to remain calm. Inside, the ambience is vibrant, a stark contrast to the turmoil brewing in my mind. I move past families and couples, feeling like an intruder in a world that no longer feels like mine. I spot the bar and, through the crowd, my heart sinks as I see them, Emily and Jake, laughing, their bodies leaning into each other like they're sharing a secret. "Hey, you two!" I call out, my voice sharper than I intend. They both turn, the color draining from Emily's face as she realizes it's me. "What are you doing here?" she stammers, her voice barely above a whisper. I step closer, fury bubbling beneath the surface. "What am I doing here? I should be asking you the same thing. You said you were going to your mom's." Jake straightens, looking awkwardly between us. Hey man. We didn't think." "Didn't think what?" "That I'd find out." I interject, my gaze locked on Emily. "Is this what you call helping your mother?" Her eyes dart away, and for a brief moment, I see a flicker of guilt. No. Don't even try to explain," I cut her off, the hurt morphing into something darker. "You're cheating on me with my cousin. You've crossed a line I didn't think you would ever dare to." Emily's mouth opens and closes, but no words come out. Jake shifts uncomfortably, and I can see the tension in his posture. "Let's just talk about this, okay?" Jake says, attempting to defuse the situation. "No, you don't get to talk," I snap. "You're as much to blame as she is." Emily finally finds her voice, desperation lacing her words. "Please, just let me explain." "Explain what?" "That you're in love with him. That I'm just a placeholder in your life." My voice rises, drawing the attention of nearby patrons. I can feel their eyes on us, but I don't care. I see her falter, and something inside me snaps. The betrayal runs deep, and I can't just walk away. I take a step back, my mind racing. I need to make a choice here, to make her understand the gravity of her actions. "I hope you're both happy together," I spit, the venom in my words palpable. Because I'm done. I will ruin your little fantasy. You think this is just a game? I'll show you what it means to be played. With that, I turn and storm out, leaving them behind, the laughter of the resort fading into a haunting echo. I drive home in a haze, adrenaline coursing through my veins. My mind is made up. If she thinks she can walk away from me, from everything we built together, she has another thing coming. I will take back control, and this is just the beginning. Back at home, the walls seem to close in around me. I kick off my shoes and pace the living room, my mind racing with thoughts of betrayal and revenge. Emily's laughter still echoes in my ears, mixing with the sharp sting of realization that she has shattered everything I believed in. I grab my phone and scroll through my contacts, searching for someone to confide in, someone who can help me turn this mess into something manageable. Jake, I mutter under my breath. The name feels like poison. How could he do this to me? A loud knock at the door breaks my concentration, and I flinch. I stride to the door, swinging it open to reveal Mark, my best friend since childhood. Hey, man. You look like you've seen a ghost. He steps inside, his eyes scanning the room. What's going on? I run a hand through my hair, frustration boiling over. It's Emily. She's at a resort with Jake. They're together. I just caught them. Mark's expression shifts from casual concern to shock. What? You're kidding. I wish I were. I confronted them, and she had no excuse. Just stood there like a deer in headlights. I shake my head, anger surging again. I can't believe it. I thought I knew her. Damn, man. That's rough, he says, his tone serious. What's your plan? You can't just let this slide. I'm done playing the nice guy. I want to make her regret this. The words tumble out before I can second-guess myself. Mark's brows furrow as he leans against the wall, crossing his arms. You need to think this through. Revenge sounds sweet, but it can backfire. You don't want to end up looking like the bad guy. Do you think I care about looking like the bad guy? I retort, frustration boiling over. She's the one who cheated on me with my cousin. I'm just going to sit back and let them live happily ever after. No way. He raises his hands defensively. Okay. What do you have in mind? I pause, contemplating my next words. I want to expose them. I want everyone to know what she's done. If she thinks she can walk away from me without consequence, she's mistaken. Mark nods slowly. That could work. But you'll need evidence. Something solid to show people. Just confronting her won't cut it. Right, I say, my mind whirling. I'll start digging. There has to be something, messages, photos, anything. I'll find a way to get the truth out. As I'm speaking, my phone buzzes, and I glance down to see a message from my sister, Jenna. Hey, can we talk? I heard something about Emily. My heart races. Jenna's always had her ear to the ground, and she's not one to keep quiet when she hears gossip. Speaking of digging, I think my sister knows something, I tell Mark. Let's see what she has to say. I shoot a quick reply to Jenna, asking her to come over. As I wait, Mark and I brainstorm ways to gather intel. The atmosphere shifts from despair to determination, and I feel a flicker of hope igniting within me. When Jenna arrives, her demeanor is anxious. What's going on, Sam? I've heard some stuff, and I'm worried. Emily's cheating on me with Jake, I state bluntly, watching her reaction closely. I caught them at the resort. I need to expose them. Jenna's eyes widen in disbelief. No way. I can't believe Jake would do that. He's like family. Yeah, well, family can stab you in the back, I snap, the anger bubbling back to the surface. Okay. Just breathe. I think I know something that might help, she says, biting her lip. I overheard a conversation at Mom's last week. Emily was talking to a friend about some plans for the weekend. It sounded suspicious. Do you remember any details? I ask, my heart racing. Not much, but she mentioned a surprise that she was excited about. I thought it was for you, but now, her voice trails off, and I see the wheels turning in her mind. Maybe I can find that friend and ask her directly. If she knows anything, it could be a goldmine. Just be careful, Jenna warns. You don't want to make this worse than it already is. Mark chimes in, you might want to set up some cameras, too. If they're being sneaky, it might help catch them in the act. You know, proof. I nod, feeling a sense of clarity. Good idea. I can set up a few around the house, maybe even follow them. It'll be a challenge, but I can't just sit back. I'll help however I can, Mark offers. We'll make sure you get the evidence you need. As the night stretches on, the three of us formulate a plan. We brainstorm potential ways to gather evidence without drawing too much attention. My heart pounds with excitement at the thought of taking control, but beneath it all lies the cold weight of betrayal. By the time they leave, I'm filled with a sense of purpose. I'm ready to fight back. Emily thinks she can have a new life with Jake, but I won't let that happen without consequences. I'll ruin her happiness, just as she's ruined mine. And I won't stop until everyone knows the truth. The tension hangs thick in the air as I lay in bed, my mind racing with possibilities. I can't sleep, thoughts swirling like a tempest. I vow to turn the tables on Emily and Jake, to take back the life they've stolen from me. Tomorrow, the game begins. The sun rises, but I hardly notice. I'm a bundle of nerves, excitement coursing through me like a double shot of espresso. I sit at the kitchen table, a notepad in front of me filled with scribbled ideas and plans. Mark and Jenna are supposed to help me today, but I can't wait for them. I need to act quickly. I grab my phone and send a message to Jenna, let's meet at the cafe near the resort. I want to talk to that friend of Emily's. The reply comes quickly. On my way. As I drive to the cafe, my heart races. I can't shake the feeling of betrayal that gnaws at me. I pull into the parking lot and see Jenna already sitting at a table outside, her hands wrapped around a steaming cup. Hey, Sam, she greets me, her expression a mix of concern and determination. Did you get any new leads? Not yet, but I'm determined to find that friend. I want to confront her, I reply, my voice steady despite the turmoil within. What did you overhear about Emily? Jenna takes a deep breath, glancing around to ensure no one is eavesdropping. I overheard her talking about a surprise she had planned for the weekend, but it wasn't specific. She was whispering about it, so I didn't catch everything. Do you know who she was talking to? I ask, leaning in closer. Yeah, her name is Lisa. They've been friends for a while. If anyone knows what's going on, it's her, Jenna replies, her eyes brightening with a hint of hope. Let's go find her, I say decisively. We'll ask her directly. Maybe she has more details. We leave the cafe and head toward the resort, the air thick with anticipation. As we walk, I can't help but wonder what Lisa might know. Will she be willing to talk? Will she cover for Emily? When we arrive at the resort, the atmosphere is buzzing with activity. Families are checking in, couples are lounging by the pool, and I spot the bar where I confronted Emily and Jake. My heart races, but I push the feeling aside. Let's check the bar first, I suggest. She could be around here somewhere. We approach the bar, scanning the faces of the patrons. After a few minutes, I spot a familiar face, Lisa, sitting at a table with a group of friends, laughing and sipping on a cocktail. I hesitate for a moment, unsure how to approach her without raising suspicion. Let me do the talking, Jenna whispers, sensing my apprehension. You need to be direct but casual. Okay, let's see if we can get her alone, I reply, my resolve strengthening. As we walk over, I can feel my heart pounding. Lisa looks up as we approach, her smile fading slightly when she sees me. Hey. Sam, right? Yeah, hey Lisa, I say, forcing a smile. Can we talk for a sec? It's important. She glances at Jenna and then back at me, a flicker of concern crossing her face. Sure. What's up? Can we step outside? I ask, my voice low and steady. Once we're out of earshot, I waste no time. I need to know what Emily's been up to. I saw her at the resort, and I'm not happy about it. Lisa's eyes widen, and she shifts uncomfortably. I don't know what you mean. Cut the crap, Lisa, I say, frustration bubbling to the surface. I know she's been here with Jake. Don't lie to me. Just tell me the truth. Lisa looks around, clearly panicking. Okay. But you have to promise not to get angry with me. Emily asked me not to say anything. Why? Because she's cheating? I demand, the anger boiling over. I deserve to know. I swear, I didn't know you'd find out like this, Lisa stammers, her hands shaking. Emily said she needed some space and that she wanted to have fun without feeling guilty. She told me it was just a weekend getaway. Just a getaway? With my cousin? I seethe, my fists clenching at my sides. I'm sorry. I really thought it was just harmless fun at first. I had no idea it would lead to this. What else do you know? I press, my voice low and intense. Lisa takes a deep breath, clearly conflicted. She mentioned wanting to keep it a secret from you. She said you wouldn't understand. The weight of her words hits me like a punch to the gut. Of course, I wouldn't understand. Because she's betraying me. I didn't want to be involved, I swear. She's my friend, and I thought you guys were fine, Lisa pleads, her voice shaking. Do you know where they are now? I ask, trying to keep my voice steady. She hesitates, glancing over her shoulder. They're probably still at the bar. They were planning to go for a swim after. Thanks, I say tersely, turning away. Jenna stands a few feet back, her expression concerned. What did she say? Jenna asks as I walk toward her. Emily's been lying. She's been with Jake this whole time. I can't believe it, I reply, feeling the heat of betrayal wash over me again. Let's go confront them, Jenna suggests, her eyes flashing with determination. I shake my head. No. I want to gather evidence first. If I confront them now, I'll just lose my chance to expose them completely. Right. What's the next step? She asks, her tone supportive. I need to set up a few cameras around the house, like Mark suggested. I'll also keep tabs on their movements. If they're at the bar now, it won't be long before they head back to the resort. I'll help with the cameras, Jenna offers, her resolve unwavering. As we head back to my car, my mind races with thoughts of how to execute my plan. I can't let Emily and Jake get away with this. I will gather enough evidence to ruin their lives, just like they've ruined mine. By the time we reach home, I feel a surge of adrenaline. I'm no longer just a victim, I'm a man on a mission. My heart pounds with the thrill of revenge, and I'm ready to fight back against the betrayal that has consumed my life. Let's do this, I say, determination etched across my face. Jenna nods, and together we head inside, ready to set the stage for the confrontation I know is coming. The days blend together in a whirlwind of planning and anticipation. I set up cameras around the house, positioning them in strategic spots where I know Emily and Jake might show up. Jenna helps me connect everything to my phone, ensuring I can watch live feeds whenever I want. The thrill of gathering evidence fills me with a sense of power I haven't felt in days. Okay, we're all set, Jenna says, wiping her brow after an hour of work. Now all we have to do is wait. Wait for what? I ask, pacing the living room. I'm tired of waiting. I need to confront them. I need to show Emily that I won't be a doormat anymore. Let's not rush this, Jenna advises, concern etched on her face. If we expose them too soon, we might miss our chance to catch them in the act. I know she's right, but the anger within me is like a fire, burning hotter with each passing moment. I glance at the clock. It's almost 5 o'clock, and I remember Emily mentioning she'd be back later in the evening. The anticipation builds in my chest, tightening my muscles with each tick of the clock. By 6, I can't take it anymore. I pull out my phone and check the live feed from the cameras. I see the empty living room, then switch to the front porch view. Still empty. I feel like I'm waiting for a bomb to go off. I think they might go to the bar again, Jenna says, standing next to me, her eyes glued to the screen. They could be waiting for a ride. Suddenly, I see a flash of blue, Emily's car pulling into the driveway. My heart races. It's time, I say, adrenaline surging through my veins. As the front door opens, I feel a mix of dread and exhilaration. Emily steps inside, laughing lightly, and my blood runs cold when I see Jake follow her in, looking more casual than ever. The sight of them together ignites a rage within me that I can't suppress. What are you doing? Jenna whispers urgently, sensing my tension. I'm going to catch them, I reply through gritted teeth. We'll expose their lies right here, right now. Just be careful, she warns, but I'm already moving toward the living room. As I step into the room, I announce, well. Look who decided to come home together. Emily freezes, her laughter dying instantly. Jake looks at me, his expression shifting from surprise to defensiveness. Sam, what's going on? Save it, I snap, my voice cutting through the air. I know everything, Emily. You and Jake. You thought you could keep this a secret, didn't you? Emily's face pales, and for a moment, I see guilt flash in her eyes. Sam, listen. Listen to what? That you were cheating on me the whole time. That you were planning this surprise with my cousin. I spit the words at her like venom, feeling the weight of betrayal wash over me. Okay, it's not what you think. Emily protests, her voice trembling. Then what is it, Emily? I challenge, advancing toward her. Tell me how this isn't cheating. Tell me how you thought this was a good idea. Jake steps forward, trying to mediate. Look, man, it wasn't planned like this. We didn't mean for it to go this far. I laugh bitterly, incredulity washing over me. You didn't mean for it to go this far. So, what, it just happened. You just fell into bed with my cousin. It was a mistake, Emily pleads, tears forming in her eyes. I was confused, and Jake was there. We were both lonely. Stop. I shout, cutting her off. Your excuses don't mean anything to me. You chose this. Jenna stands beside me, arms crossed. You both need to understand that this isn't just a mistake. This is a betrayal, and you'll have to deal with the consequences. Emily's face twists with anger. You think you can just waltz in here and dictate my life? This is between Sam and me. Between you and my cousin too, don't forget that, I snap. You think I'm going to let this go? You have no idea what I've set up to prove your infidelity. Set up? Jake interjects, bewildered. What do you mean? Before I can respond, I pull my phone from my pocket and show them the live feed from the cameras. The tension thickens in the room as they realize I've been watching their every move. Surprise. I say, my voice dripping with sarcasm. You thought you could keep your secrets safe. I have everything recorded. Sam, please. Emily begs, her voice rising in pitch. You don't understand. I understand perfectly, I cut her off. You betrayed me in the worst possible way. And now, everyone is going to know. You wouldn't, Jake challenges, his bravado faltering. Watch me, I retort, my heart racing with the thrill of victory. In that moment, Emily lunges for my phone, desperation in her eyes. No. You can't do this. I step back, holding it out of reach. Watch me, I repeat, my voice steady. I will show everyone the truth about you too. As her panic unfolds, I see the weight of her choices crashing down on her. You don't have to do this, Sam, she pleads, her voice cracking. I made a mistake, but we can work through this. Work through this? I laugh bitterly. You think I can just forget what you've done? You think I'm the kind of guy who will take you back after this? No. This ends here. Jake's expression hardens, and I can see him calculating his next move. You're going to regret this, man. You'll lose more than just Emily. I'd rather lose her than lose my dignity, I reply, feeling a fierce determination coursing through me. With that, I turn to Jenna. Let's go. I'm done with this. As we head toward the door, I hear Emily's voice behind me, raw and wounded. You'll never find someone who loves you like I did, Sam. I pause for a moment, my heart heavy. Love? What you did wasn't love, Emily. It was betrayal. And now, we're done. Jenna and I step outside, leaving the chaos behind us. I can feel the weight of the world lift off my shoulders, even as the bitterness settles in my heart. As I drive away, the reality of my choices hits me. I've lost someone I thought I loved, someone who shattered my trust. But I've also taken back control of my life. Emily and Jake can have each other, and I won't look back. I vow to rebuild, to move forward without the shadows of betrayal haunting me. The road ahead may be uncertain, but I refuse to let anger consume me. Sometimes, letting go is the only way to find freedom.